Breaking right now at 3, an LAPD officer shot after a pursuit. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Annabelle Sedano. So this is unfolding right now in Boyle Heights. Take a look. NBC4 Investigates has learned that officer was struck in the chest, but his bulletproof vest stopped that bullet. The suspect was also wounded. NBC4 investigator Leonard is live in the newsroom with exclusive breaking details as they come in. Eric.
Hi, Annabelle. Well, this LAPD officer expected to recover after a man fleeing on foot from this car chase fired at the officer. Multiple law enforcement sources have told us the officer was struck in the chest by at least one round. That bullet stopped by the officer's ballistic vest, and we're told the officer is expected to be okay. Now, after that happened, several officers fired back. We can see in some of the video from the scene there are multiple expended cartridge casings right around a couple of police cars. That suggests they fired a number of rounds. The armed man was struck and injured, and at last word had been taken to a hospital by paramedics. All of this happening at the end of a car chase that began in South Los Angeles. The LAPD says officers were chasing a stolen truck, and the chase ended when the Toyota truck jumped the curb and ran into a little embankment in Boyle Heights, which you can see in your picture there. That's when the only person who was in the truck, the LAPD tells us, got out on foot, began to run, and that's when the shooting happened. By our count here in the newsroom, this is the 11th police shooting involving LAPD officers this year. And again, our best information right now is that the officer who was struck by gunfire is expected to be okay, likely escaping a far more serious injury because of that ballistic or bulletproof vest. Back to you.
Eric, thank you so much for that update. And let's go back out to News Chopper 4. We have NBC4's Julia Dang. She's live overhead. We just spoke to a witness who watched this all unfold. I mean, we are looking at this scene right now. Heavy presence of authorities out there in Boyle Heights. Let's listen to some of the sound that we have for you.
As soon as I was coming out my house, I had seen a Tacoma, I guess a truck right here speeding up my block. And as soon as they tried to make a left turn, they crashed. And it's the guy started running. As soon as he started running, all you hear is about 8 to 10 gunshots, maybe a little more.
All right. Let's go back up to Julia Dang. Julia, we're looking at this heavy presence there of officers obviously investigating this scene. A lot of action going on right now.
Very active, Annabelle, that's right. As I widen it out here, you can kind of see the lay of the land here. There are multiple scenes they're investigating right now, and more LAPD officers are actually pulling up as we speak. So this is going to be at the corner of Camulus and Garnet, and this is just south of the major artery, just south of the East LA interchange. This is going to be the 5 freeway, southbound side where it meets the 60, the 10, and the 101. Now, the freeways are clear, but you can see some of that looky-loo traffic on this on-ramp. 8th Street is also clear, but what they have shut down for now is going to be Marietta Street, Garnet Street, and Camulus. Definitely avoid this area if you can. And then you can see over here on Marietta, this is going to be just under the 5 freeway. They're shutting this down as well. More than 24 LAPD officers just under that overpass. Expect these closures to be in place for at least another hour. We're live in News Chopper 4. Back to you.
All right. And, we want to stay with this scene just for now. News Chopper 4 over this in Boyle Heights. A major investigation going on right now after an LAPD officer was struck in the chest, but is expected to be okay thanks to the bulletproof vest that he was wearing that stopped the bullet. The suspect was also wounded, we understand, and we have a team on the ground gathering new details. We'll, of course, bring you live updates as we learn more.